all of this. I'm going to go over and break this up in 2 videos. We're going to do 2022, all of the signs and warnings that are continuing to be poured down. And I hope you take this seriously, and I hope you listen because there's some really good information in this video. Let's get started. So the year 2022, starting in March, was a lot of messages that God gave me. I'm going to get through it as fast as I can. It would be really important for you to stay to the end because you're going to see how God led me. And I taught people from 2022, when I first started getting this information, until 2024, he was warning the people of what was coming. Some of the things that you're going to hear in here have already happened, and a few of them have not yet come about. And this is a direct warning to the people. And I'm just going to start reading. Warning started March through April, when in that year, in 2022, Passover and Easter was transpiring. Right before it, he gave me the messages. These are the countries that he gave me that were going to be being affected with storms, massive storms, flooding, hail, tornadoes, severe devastating wind, destruction, flooding. France, Italy, surrounding areas, China, Turkey, Spain, Germany, Soviet Union areas of Asia, Russia, Austria, Afghanistan, Czech Republic, last, Jerusalem, United States. April 5th, 2022, warning, gun rights, famine, severe challenges, meat shortage coming. April 15th, 2022, alarms are sounding and chariots of fire. Israel launched for preparation and training. Heaven is calling. So March through April 2022, the Italian islands of Sardinia, which is in the Bible, Revelation, massive swarms of locusts destroying the crops. I was told these countries would experience these back in March, right before the Passover and the Easter was going to be taking place worldwide. India would happen in June 2022. So all of those countries. In the month of June, the earthquake in 2022 was deadly, and over 1,000 people were dead and 1,500 wounded. June 22nd of 2022. Earthquake, Afghanistan, killed over 12,000 people, 2,500 wounded. That happened in October 2023. June 2022, the U.S. This is what happened. 10,000 cattle died across Kansas, 3,000 in South Kansas feedlots, 37 million dead chickens died of bird flu, and egg farm fire in Minnesota. June 11th, 2022, 15,800 sheep died on board livestock carrier bound for Saudi Arabia, sank in the Red Sea. Over 10,000 pigs died due to African swine fever since March 2022. This area hit the hardest with pig deaths. This area borders Bangladesh and experienced extreme flooding. 2022, during 2022, the United States will begin to see more and more in areas witnessing the realization what our Father is doing because of disobedience. July 5th, 2022, Revelations 2, 1 through 5, he gave me. The church, Ephesus, which is Europe, getting warned because it's a country that does not fear judgment of sin. Revelation 2, 6, the Nicolaitans, They don't want to talk to the Father or hear his voice like the people in the wilderness with Moses. They were afraid. They are also, I've spoken, they are the Chaldeans, which means in Aramaic, the astrologers. He's sending his wrath down hard in Italy during July 5th, 2022, and regions of Europe where Mary Magdalene, Mariamne, taught them to get back to the Father, the Creator. After her death, this region has forgotten the teachings of Moses and Yahushua, aka Jesus. So there's history and information scrolls stating that she was actually in France and Italy teaching before her death. July 12, 2022, judgment against Judah. July 25th, 2022, God warned, "You may not hurt my true prophets anymore. I will no longer look the other way. In disbelief, you are so blinded and hearts of stone that you will not humble yourselves before your God. The time has come. I will send my fury on of anger to earth, wave after wave of destruction to show you my fury against my backsliding people." August 6, 2022, I was told by God at 10:03 a.m., farmland farmers across every nation, every continent, the stress of Mother Nature worldwide will feel the effects in our food supply. Disaster watch for the month of September. He didn't give me the year. He just said watch for disaster in the month of September. August 17, 2022, danger ahead. False prophets telling everyone Jesus was coming for his bride. August 17, 2022, danger ahead. God is putting in motion government collapse of the world between September and December. August 18, 2022, he told me a 12-foot water was going to hit New York and the area. Also, a 12-foot magnitude earthquake was coming to Earth. Didn't tell me when. These are just, I'm giving you the dates that he gave me the warnings. And then the warnings that he gave begins happening. August 18, 2022, also, at the same time he gave me about the 12-foot water hitting New York and the area and the 12-foot magnitude earthquake, he said, famine is coming, food, water, shortage. Prepare your family and put plans of safety into action. He gave me the scripture, Ezekiel 7:7. The time has come, the day of trouble is near. War and destruction worldwide, danger and chaos coming. Worldwide money and systems are going to collapse. Live simple and with little. The United States will see unsurmountable destruction. In 2023 will be a very difficult year for all. The U.S. will encounter much hardship, threats of violence against its people. August 20th, 2022. Fires, hail, flooding, wind, destruction. Spain, Turkey, France, Italy, all areas of Italy. Germany, food shortage. China, Asia and surrounding lands. England, UK, Iceland, Central and Southern Europe. USA, just getting started to fear the anger of the Lord. Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Austria, Korea, Pakistan, Russia, El Salvador, Uganda, Colombia, Iran. These states above and surrounding Yellowstone, wrath of nature coming. 3 minor volcanoes erupting. I've talked and keep saying this. This particular warning, the states above and around Yellowstone and those 3 minor volcanoes that are going to erupt that nobody's really paying attention to, that has not happened yet. All this other stuff, a lot of it has happened. August 3rd, 2022, he gave me volume 776 in the Vatican. This volume is about preparing to keep your eyes on Israel. War is coming and earth will be destroyed. This volume has information about Adam and Eve hidden from us. This volume was written by John Mark. Okay, I'm going to prove also about Mark is not actually a disciple. It's actually a surname of John. That's for another day. So this volume, 776, was written by John. He wrote information, but Vatican withheld it and hid. Ancient scrolls and information about the daughter of God, the Garden of Heaven. He wrote about Yahushua and Mary Magdalene being from the Garden of Eden. September 14th, 2022, 2 books of life I was shown. 2 golden lights appeared. A gold book, a light going into the moon. Book of life for those who don't believe, who don't keep the feast, the meals, meaning don't eat any animals, no blood, keeping the covenant, not to eat blood, and the commandments. This book was of all the names on the earth who don't keep the laws of the commandments. And what I was being shown about the 2 books of life was the names of the people on the earth. All of them, their names are being pulled towards the light to wake up. Okay? September 17th, 2022, war is coming. The 5 heifers in Jerusalem. This will not be a good day. Blood cannot sanctify my temple with more blood. You were commanded by the servant Moses and Yahushua, a.k.a. Joshua, Jesus. World War III. These are messages he's given me. October the 3rd, 2022. 3 nations will be at war. 3 leaders will rise. This is a warning of what was coming. October 12th, 2022. All the angels have poured out their vials. All the seals have been opened. October 8th, 2022. Lebanon and Israel, Jerusalem, they're going to be at war. October 19th, 2022, Iran, Assyria, which is ancient Iraq, Turkey, and Syria. Okay? The east to the west, West Bank, warning, U.S. and Israel attacked from east to west. So this was a warning of what was coming. He also showed me the 2 witnesses that are here. Mariamne, which is Mary Magdalene, and Moses, who were with Yahushua on the Mount of Olives, was being shown about Jacob, James, his son. Okay, that's where James comes from, Jacob, which is Jacob. His descendants, his sons, Jerusalem. Okay? And Mariamne, Mary Magdalene, and Moses are witnesses against them. Jerusalem. October 31st, 2022. He told me, October the 7th, war in the lands of Israel coming. October the 7th, 2022. He kept warning. From October 7th to October 31st, wars in the lands of Israel coming. Now let me explain something. When he told me October the 12th, 2022, all the angels had poured out their vials and all the seals had been opened. Let me explain what he told me. All the vials have been opened. Psalms 107:18 is where he took me. Their souls abhorreth meat and draw near to the gates of death. I'm going to explain that. Hold on. All the seals have been opened. It's in the second book of the Kings. They rebelled against Israel, God's people, after Abraham's death, when he died. Psalms 107:2. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, when he hath redeemed them from the hand of the enemies. Okay? This is what he's going to do when you pay attention to all these warnings that he's pouring down. Abhorreth. What it means is abhor, to regard with extreme disgust, detest, loathe, or abominate. Divine rejection of sin and evil. Leviticus 20:23 he gave me. You must not walk in the customs of the nations, because they did all these things, and I abhorred them. Psalms 10:1-3. He abhorred the wicked. You can go read that scripture. So This was all in 2022, all the warnings that he was giving me to prepare the people what was coming. I'll share with you in the second part all the warnings for 2023, and you will see that everything that he has told me, if you go back in history and you look up those years, you look up those countries, you look up everything that I've told you in this video, all of those things that have transpired except, pay attention, except the 12-foot wall of water in New York and area, and the 12 magnitude earthquake, and the 3 minor volcanoes, mountains erupting in Yellowstone, having devastating effects above and around Yellowstone states. Those have not happened yet. So he is trying to warn the people of his anger to get back to his covenant, and I will post it again, and I will keep posting it because he wants me to get this through your head. Yahushua never did away with the law, okay? Matthew 5:17. He never did away with it. And so I'm trying to get you back. I'm trying to get you back so you can be protected. Because April 2016, I heard the 6th trumpet. This was a little bit after he had told me, Angela, get out of the church now. That church was doing some really not so good things. April 2021, right before all of these 2022 and 2023 warnings came, I heard the 7th trumpet in April. Okay? What's coming up? People are going to be celebrating Passover and Easter. And he's not too happy about it. And, October 7th, 2022, he told me the destroyer is coming. Let me remind you, he told me October the 7th, 2022, war in the lands of Israel coming and Lebanon. October 7th, war broke out and it has continued and now escalated throughout the world. So I hope you'll listen to me. Thanks.